And welcome. This is Shop Talk. My name is Jay.
I'm Jess.
And with us today is...
Hey, I'm Randy from KVBA.
Hi, Mike DuPoint from KVBA.
You guys have great radio voices. You ever think about... No, never mind. I wouldn't even go there. So, Kalamazoo Valley Blues Association Blues Fest is coming up. That is the weekend, in fact, Saturday, July 27th. But here's the thing. I have a feeling everybody kind of knows Blues Fest is back, but I don't know if they really know what the Kalamazoo Valley Blues Association actually does. So kind of maybe walk us backwards and go, all right, so how the heck did this whole thing start?
Absolutely. It started from a group of local musicians as well as blues fans that started the Blues Fest in 1994. The first Blues Fest was actually at the site of Arcadia Festival site place today, except it wasn't built yet. So it was a parking lot. It was a parking lot, and the stage was a flatbed truck.
Oh, my.
And there were great local bands, and the headliner was Lil Ed and the Blues Imperials.
We'll come back to that.
We'll come back to that.
Right.
So the KVBA formed, and it's just evolved since then, just because it's had great reception from the community, into an organization that promotes, educates, and actually works closely with the community, musicians, and venues to promote the blues. Since then, we have programs such as Blues in School Overtime, before the pandemic, as you mentioned.
Yes.
There you go, Jess.
Yeah, there you go.
Before COVID.
As well as a scholarship. So we'll be presenting a scholarship this year. We are 100% nonprofit and completely volunteer run. So we are run for the last 30 years by support of donors, sponsors, partners like you, as well as members. Randy?
That is so fantastic. I mean, I love hearing all about all of these groups that are just so very community focused, because sometimes you just hear about the festival, right? And you don't know all of the pieces behind it and the year-round work that is going into it. So that's amazing.
Yeah, it really is a year-long effort, and we do things all throughout the year, not just the festival. That's why it's so important to get the word out about KVBA in general. Kalamazoo Valley Blues Association is focused on keeping the blues alive through education, but also partnering with our communities. Like Mike said, we love to support venues, artists, anybody that's involved in the live music scene. We're there for it. So it's really cool to be a part of the Kalamazoo and West Michigan blues live music scene and connecting with our community throughout the year, not just at our festival.
So when you do the Kalamazoo Valley Blues in Schools, it's like, what are the kids, what's the reactions that you get from these kids that maybe are hearing blues for the very first time?
That's a great question. Thanks. I think my favorite reaction is somebody realizing that they're a blues fan and they didn't know it. So blues has influence. Muddy Waters has a song that says the blues had a baby and they named her rock and roll. So blues has influenced pop music today, from jazz, soul, even a bit of country. Not sure about Taylor Swift, but I think she probably has some blues influence as well. But
You know she does.
I know she does. So when people have that realization that they really do know and love the blues, and music itself, to me, is just so powerful, especially live music, just because it's the only thing that really spans back to the beginning of time and spans across all societies, really.
Yeah, there are so many. That's just such a great point, because there's so many things that we hear that we don't realize are blues music and movies and cartoons and shows. It's just kind of that background thing that we hear and you don't realize. And then all of a sudden, when you get educated on that, you're like, oh, I do like that.
Yeah, it's and not to anger the Swifties. We know Taylor respects and loves the blues. But Mike.
Careful there, man.
You're treading lightly here, okay? But no, Mike does a great presentation where he takes his guitar out and he walks through the evolution of the blues, and you can see people's faces light up as they realize, like, oh my gosh, I'd never connected that. I didn't realize. And so that's kind of our mission, to just get in front of people and just get them to listen to the music, come to a show, bring a friend, and just relax and enjoy the music.
I think that was again, as we look around this room, it's like most of our first blush was the Beatles, probably.
Sure.
But the Beatles were trying to emulate Chuck Berry, who was trying to emulate. It's like it all goes backwards. It really truly does.
Absolutely. Yep, it sure does, yes. Chuck Berry, Elvis, and then kind of moving up through modern, even including like Stevie Ray Vaughan in the 80s and Bonnie Raitt, and just so many people have helped us recognize the importance and the history of the blues by bringing blues directly to us. And then, of course, as you mentioned, all the British bands like
Oh my gosh, yes.
The Who and Led Zeppelin, they were doing old blues tunes.
Yeah. I mean, that's really where this all kind of stacks to right now, but you got to
Right.
go backwards to get
Absolutely.
there. So, all right. So let's talk a little bit about Blues Fest. It was one of the ones and festival-wise in Kalamazoo that everybody looked forward to. At one point, it was 3 days. It was 2 stages. It was, I would presume, chaos behind the scenes? Okay, good.
Organized chaos.
Yeah,
Right.
organized
Yes,
chaos,
yes.
organized
Right.
chaos. Yeah, but I think after it was repeated, it was a well-oiled machine, and we were really in a good spot to know and understand everything that was needed in terms of production, in terms of booking the bands, in terms of getting the bands in and out, and just doing our best to bring good food, good drink, good people,
Good times.
good time.
Yeah.
Bring your lawn chair. Yeah, it was just a great time. So, of course, pandemic hit. So 2019 is the last year that we held the fest at the Arcadia Creek Festival site. Prior to that, after that, the first year we did a blues stream. So we partnered with an organization in Chicago, and we had some local bands here. We did a blues stream for 6 hours with 3 bands out of Kalamazoo and 3 bands in Chicago. So that was cool, just a way of thinking out of the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really fun, and we got an international audience for that too. It was kind of early when bands just started streaming as an alternate way to play, and so since then we've had the Blues Bash at Old Dog. They have a great venue for that. It's just it wasn't the Blues Fest that we know at Arcadia Creek, and finally we're able to get back there.
That's awesome.
I said those kinds of festivals, it's like you forget. And yeah. For introverts, the whole zombie apocalypse was fantastic. For extroverts, we're like, what happened to the world?
right,
Wait a minute, this isn't the way it's supposed to be.
Where are my people at? I want to be together.
Where's that communal get together and want to watch live music thing? It's like, that was hard.
Yeah, it really was. But, I mean, we bridged the gap with those events that we got creative on. The Blues Stream was an amazing event to keep the blues alive, to keep the music going for people. But we all pined for those days of the festival. Like the festival site in Kalamazoo is so important to the community and to all the businesses that it supports. But for that sense of belonging and that sense of community, to come out, hang out with other like-minded people, meet new people, and experience live music together, it's just, you can't beat that. And so we knew we had to bring it back to Arcadia Creek. We knew we had to return to the festival site. And in our 30th year, we felt like now's the time. Let's do this.
That's awesome. I love that. I'm so looking forward to this festival. And you're right, bringing people together. And there's just something beautiful about music and people. And when you see older folks out dancing and the little ones hopping around, it's just lovely.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us a little bit about the weekend, because you've got a 30th year, and be able to put together another Blues Fest becomes all right. What's it all going to look like?
Yeah, it's so, I mean, Mike alluded to it already. We started 30 years ago with Little Ed and the Blues Imperials, and this year Little Ed's back. And Little Ed was just recently inducted to the Blues Hall of Fame in the Blues Foundation in Memphis. So we're thrilled to have Little Ed come back and sort of bookend the 30 years for us. We've also got a huge lineup. I mean, Nikki Hill and Laura Chavez, that's like a double bill like headliner right there. So that's almost like 3 headliners to close out the night. It's an incredible lineup. We're going to start the day with a couple of local favorites that you're probably familiar with, Out of Favor Boys.
Yay!
They've been doing it for 20 years in Kalamazoo. They just put out a new album as well. They're doing some amazing work. J.R. Clark has got a new song out. He's going to be there for us. And we've also got a act that we saw down in Memphis at the blues competition. Mandolin and the Hunters made it to the finals, and we saw them down there. Some of our board members were down in Memphis for that. She just blew us away, so we had to have Mandolin, so she's coming to the fest as well. And then we're also going to bring in the Jimmies from Wisconsin, 7-piece band with keyboards and just amazing dance tunes that are going to get you out of your seats and grooving. Even the little kids that you mentioned is so cool to watch. All generations out there just grooving to the music.
So is there one where each of you are like, okay, this is the secret. This is the one that everybody should see because they don't know who they are and it's going to blow people's minds?
I don't know. It would probably be Mandolin and the Hunters if I were to guess.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the band that we saw in Memphis at the International Blues Foundation. And the first day that I saw them, they were in the Women in Blues show, which was just sort of an afternoon where most women were performing one or two songs, but then they were in the competition. So that might be the less known, but you'll be pleasantly surprised. Lil Ed is just a character and a hoot and mind-blowing, and yeah. So you'll love him. I'll also mention that between acts, you mentioned 2 stages. We're not back to 2 stages yet. We're working our way there.
Give it time, man.
But we do have workshops where there'll be workshops during intermission where you can talk to some of the musicians. There'll be one that's focused on bass and one that's focused on horns, one that's focused on keyboards. So we'll have some cool things going on there. Mick Kalasa is a local favorite celeb. He moved to Memphis many years ago, about 30 years ago, but he's moving back to Michigan now. Oh, cool. So he'll help out with that. Just to kind of break it up a little bit and have some activities.
Nice. Is that going to be from the main stage or will that be off to the side?
That'll be off to the side a bit.
Okay.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So while they're setting up for the next people, you'll have something
exactly
very cool.
Yeah.
And so this starts at what time?
So we're going to open up at noon on Saturday, July 27th, and we're going to kick things off on the main stage around 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And this year we're doing something a little interesting and different. We're going to kick things off with the national anthem. So that'll be a nice way to really get the day started. And we're going to have a surprise MC. Well, I guess it's not a surprise. We've already let the cat out of the bag. But we've got a celebrity guest MC, Ol Harv out of Elkhart. He is a Chicago Blues Hall of Famer, and he has been on the radio doing his blues review down there for 40 years, and we're beyond excited to have Ol Harv come be our MC for the festival.
That's awesome. So people can just bring out their chairs, right? Mm-hmm. And just stay for the day.
Yes.
Stay for the day.
Stay for the day.
You need to get away. You can pop downtown, do a little shopping, right?
Absolutely.
What about food and vendors on site?
Yeah, we're going to have several food trucks there. There's going to be a great variety from, barbecue to pizza, you name it. We're going to have it down there, and some sweet treats and, beverages ranging from water and sodas to your favorite brews. So it's going to be something for everybody. And just bring your lawn chair, hang out, bring the family, sit in the grass, sit in front of the stage if you want, whatever, and just chill and vibe with some amazing folks.
Now, tickets are already on sale, right?
Tickets are on sale. Advance tickets are on sale for $25. The cutoff date will be the 25th.
I believe so.
And the 26th and 27th, you'll be able to purchase tickets for $30. So 6 bands, $30 is amazing. $25, of course, in advance. Yeah, just a great value.
Yeah, that's definitely a great value. Now, will people be able to come in and out, or is that just, you have to pay?
Yes, we will have re-entry.
Okay.
Yep, we'll have wristbands and stamp the hand.
Yeah, and we'll have all the details on our website, kvba.org, and that's where you can go to get the tickets, kvba.org, for all of your blues festival needs.
There you go. All right, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Pleasure to have you in. This is going to be a great time.
Thank you.
I think there's a lot of people who are really, really happy you guys are back.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're hearing that all over the place. So we're happy to be back. Thanks for having us. Thanks for your support, and we look forward to a great festival.
All right.
See you there.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jess. Thanks, guys. This is Shop Talk.